Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a few more upgrades. One of them is usually the first upgrade I suggest for overland vehicles, and that's your tires. Let's go have a look at EDR Consulting and Construction Tires.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand.
Selecting the correct tires for your overlanding rig is probably one of the most important steps in your build.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Different applications need different tires. Considering the cost of tires lately, it's a fairly big investment, so you have to choose carefully. Today I'll show you my pick and we'll have a discussion about tires for overlanding in general. The standard tires that come with the landcruiser are probably fine for tar and dirt road driving, but I need something with a better and bigger sidewall. I'm replacing these with a more aggressive 80 tire, the Maxxis Razor 80 811s. I think this tire will be a good choice for the type of travel we do. So far, I'm very happy with these. After fitment, we're also doing alignment, and I've put back my in-gauge tire pressure monitors as well.
I thought it'd be a good idea to have a chat with Ernest as well today around tires for overlanding. Thanks for joining us, Ernest. Much appreciated.
Thank you for having me, Christoph. It's a privilege to have you here. And
overland tires, it's quite a big subject, and you see a lot of arguments around it on forums. What sort of tires do I need I know I'm generalizing, but as an overlander, what sort of tires would you suggest?
Well, Christoph, I think most of the important things to look at is, number one, the weight of your vehicle, the amount of off-roading you will be doing, and most of importantly, the sidewall size of your tire would play a big role in having less breakdowns during your overlanding experience. So we have to look at quality versus a lower quality or a cheaper brand tire versus more expensive brand tire, and the pros and cons thereof. Today I would say to you that it's always better to look at a more expensive tire in the sense of the higher ply rating of the tire that would give you a stronger sidewall during your camping trip.
Right, and that would be something like a 3-ply sidewall, right?
Minimum 3-ply sidewall rating. That increases your carrying capacity and it decreases the density of the sidewall based on the amount of layers of nylon that is used to build up your tire.
Right, cool. And how about, you mentioned the profile of the tire. How does it affect my vehicle if I upsize the tire? Say I go from a 265 to 285, or from 65 rather to 75. How does that affect it?
Okay, so first and foremost is all your body lifts and stuff increases your vehicle's handling, your carrying capacity and overlanding experience. When you increase the sidewall of the tire, that is the only place where you actually increase your axle height of the vehicle, which means that gives you, number one, a higher ground clearance, so that your rocks and obstacles are further away from your axle. And then secondly, as soon as you have a bigger sidewall, your traction comes, your traction footprint becomes bigger on the vehicle. Having said that, the lower profile tires do not have enough flex in them and could cause sidewall damage typically to the vehicle.
Yep. And what would you say is the most common sort of size for overlanding? I know it's vehicle dependent, but is it like, would you say 33s usually?
33 is a very good size. Bear in mind that if you put 33s on, it's going to affect your fuel consumption, your speedometer reading. So I would say like a 285, 75, 16 would be a standard good size tire to fit onto the vehicle. Make sure that you keep your vehicle manufacturing specifications in mind. Mainly for insurance purposes. Your tire comes with a speed rating and as well it comes with a carrying capacity rating. Please make sure that when you fit these tires, or any aftermarket tire, that it falls within your vehicle specifications and your insurance specifications.
Yeah, that's quite important, and I think that goes for aftermarket rims as well, where it might look nice, but does it carry the load of your vehicle?
Precisely. So aftermarket rims is person specific. You can make your vehicle look very beautiful, or you can stick to what it comes with from the factory, because it is purposely built for that specific vehicle.
Cool. And then, I mean, these tires are usually not cheap, like we said, if you buy the right thing. How do I get longevity out of these tires?
So first of all, we start with proper rotation. I would recommend to rotate your tires every 5,000 kilometers. Rotation and balancing. It's very important to balance your tires as well. What people don't understand is a small pothole or a small rock or something does not necessarily affect your tire, but it affects your circumface of your rim, and that's where your balancing comes in. Rotation is important because most of your overlanding vehicles are rear wheel driven, so when you rotate, you use your back tires on your front again and your front tires on your back, and it gives you longevity based on the traction where the tire runs the most.
Yeah. And I believe on all-wheel drive tires you have to cross rotate them as well.
On permanent four-wheel drive vehicles, you have to cross rotate because it is not a fixed axle vehicle, whereas on like your 79 series that you have, you rotate left to front and right to front. You do not do crossover rotation.
For the viewers, maybe tell us a little bit about EDR Consulting and Construction Tyres. What do you guys actually do here?
Well, thank you, Christoph. We are a industrial tire repair vulcanizing plant. We do on-site services. So we are not your typical vehicle manufacturing tire facility. We specialize in off-the-road tires. So we work on dump truck tires, loader tires, and articulated dump truck tires. Our main focus of business here by Construction Tyres and EDR Consulting is the repair of tires. That includes vehicle tires, should it be necessary to repair them. But we specialize in repairing OTR tires, which stands for off the road, and we vulcanize them. All of our tires and our repairs also come with a warranty, so it's quite a safe structure to build it on.
Yeah, that's definitely something different. So you mentioned repairing vehicle tires as well. So for overlanding specifically, what sort of repairs can I do both out there and then afterwards if I'm back in civilization?
So with overlanding, first and foremost is I would never ever recommend putting any form of liquid into a tire. That messes around with your balancing and it will cause a vibration on your vehicle. So on overlanding, your typical tubeless repair plug, it's a normal standard kit that you can buy at any DIY. That would be your number one go-to point. once you have done that and you have driven back home safely and you take up some of your time, drive to any local dealer and have them ask or have them fit a mushroom plug into your vehicle, which then would make sure that it remains repaired for a lifetime. At the Construction Tyres and EDR, we can also repair sidewalls on your vehicle. However, when we do repair sidewall, we would recommend it to be a spare wheel, but it can last on road for quite some good time.
And I think the difference there is, there's some products where you can try and apply them on the outside of the tyre for a sidewall cut. That is yet to be proven. I think it works a lot better if it's done from the inside, right?
Personal opinion, yes. A tyre repair that's done on the inside of the tyre is not exposed to your normal elements, which is rain, sand, mud, rock, and also your tyre is pumped up from the inside out, so the repair and the patch is then forced onto the sidewall of the tyre, when then it just lasts better. So it works with the pressure of the tyre, not against the pressure of the tyre.
100%. So on tyre pressures, this is usually it's quite a wide topic, and there's like arguments galore around it. How do I determine what tyre pressure I should run on my vehicle?
So first and foremost is, Christoph, let's look at your vehicle. Your vehicle comes standard, and it's normally in the door of your vehicle with a manufacturing recommended pressure. But you have to also look at your weight of the tire, or the weight of the vehicle that you are driving with. The more you increase the weight of your vehicle, the higher your pressure should be in your tire. And this prevents sidewall heat up and build up. Why do you want to prevent sidewall heat up and build up? Number one is because when your sidewall becomes too hot, you have, number one, sidewall blowouts and an increased ability to have a sidewall cut. So tire pressure is mainly for yourself to get traction onto your vehicle. On road, traction is not a problem. So a typical 2.2, 2.5 based on your load should normally be fine. Once you get off-roading, I recommend on a dirt road going down to 1.8 to 1.6 bar pressure, depending on your load. Please remember though, that the higher your load that you are carrying, the more pressure should remain in your tire. When you do mountain work and rock climbing work, I would go to 1.1, 1.2 bar. And obviously standard sand driving, beach driving, 800 kPa is 100% fine.
Yeah. And I think that it also differs between different sort of tires as well. So there's different manufacturers will recommend different running pressures, right?
Correct, yes. So we are an independent company. We are not manufacturing specific. What I've said to you is a general rule of thumb. Keep in mind your sidewall. So what we want to do is we want to create the correct bulge on the sidewall that increases your footprint on your tire. You cannot have a low profile tire running on 0.8 bar because there will be no sidewall on the tire left.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I think the last one around the three different types of tires you get, HTs, AT and MT. When should I use which?
General rule of thumb we can go with, if you are a weekend overlander, a weekend camper, and you do 20% off-road driving, I would recommend going with a HT, which is a highway terrain tire. It is a 80-20 split where it's 80% on-road and 20% off-road. Going to a AT tire, which is an all-terrain tire, it's got a 60-40 split, which is a 60% on-road and a 40% off-road. And your MT, obviously, which is a mud terrain tire, it is a 70-30 split, which is a 70% off-road and 30% on-road. Bearing in mind though, you always have to think about what do I drive the most. That would determine what type of tire you fit to your vehicle.
100%. Well, thank you very much. This has been very informative. Appreciate the support.
Christoph, thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you here, and I wish you all the best of luck, and get out, go camp and go see and go explore the wild.
100%. Thank you. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Until next time, get out there.